another live stream. We keep going with sorting algorithms, and this is more like a repeat topic, because I'm trying again to program the recursion function, not function, sort algorithm, and now I have it right. Oh my, what kind of start, right? If you're going live, and yeah, it is what it is. So let's start. So we just going today for the merge sort algorithm again, and maybe I will do another sort algorithm also if I have enough time left. And yeah, let's go. Let's see who is coming here now into the live stream. We're just gonna wait a little bit. Oh, we can just jump already into the process, right? So let's go. So merge sort, right? Or it's called even merge sort. This is okay. And then let's see if this is gonna compile. Give me a second. You should see that now. Yep, this is working perfect. And one can close it and we can keep going. So, okay, what we need, a call function for the vector. So we're gonna call it print vector, for example. What we're gonna return, we not need like a return type. So what we're gonna do is like void print vector. We're gonna call it print vector. And then we're closing it like this. This is okay. And we have to create first a vector. So we're going to create a vector. So vector. Oh, for this, we need to include vectors. Vector. Here we have it. And then we can call the vector from type integer. I mean, we could make a template if you want to, but we make it just quick and I'm just going to say it. So 1, 2, what would be a legit number? It doesn't matter which kind of number we're going to take here, right? 5. Let's do 11. 6 is the most important for me. And then we can just do some random numbers here. Something like this. I mean, this should be okay. Yeah, that's good. Here we go. And we want to print it out, and we could do it. We're going for a for loop here, and auto reference is a range-based loop. And oh, this needs actually a name. How this can be even correct, right? We're gonna call it array of numbers, and then we need also like an input. The input will be and calling it container. That should be correct. And then we could have this as an input. Then we could call already the function, and we have to void return type is correct. So print vec, and then we're just using the array of numbers, and that will be an element, and we're going through the container. Right, and then we want to print it out. C out console output. C stands for console, and it will be the element, right? We just need the element, and something like this. This is correct. Did we need the end of line? No. This should be fine. And what we're adding here is another C out, and for this C out, we're gonna choose this here. And now we should be able to print out our vector. So this is the first step. So gonna we print out our vector here. I not need debugger here. We have missed here semicolon. So let's see. So we have it 11, 6, 3, 22 to 104 and 4. So this is actually working, right? This is working. This is really nice. Perfect. So next step is we want to create the merge sort. So we're starting here. We're just starting here. I mean, this should be first, so we can even call this later in the merge sort. So the merge sort will come second. For now, we're just declaring the type void, so no return type. We're going to change it later, and we're going to call it merge sort. And that's it for now, right? So what we need for the merge sort, we need as an input our vector, and as an integer, and we call it also container. So this here is, I want to correct this here a little bit, because we're not going to change anything here like from this container. So we can make a reference, and we can say from type const, right? So we're not going to change it. If we would have only 4 elements, I think it's not worth it to copy. You know, it's better than to copy it, because we have like this optimization what we have for the stud vector integer. So, but if we have more numbers than 4, then it makes sense to do it like this, right? So we can check it again. Everything is fine so far. So we have our merge sort container. Should we do a reference? No, we're just gonna copy it. I mean, we could do a reference, right? We could just change it if we want to. Why not, actually? But we're gonna return it later. But I think a reference is better. Are we gonna change it? I don't know. I mean, for now, it's okay. Okay, next step, what we need, right? Now we have this logic. We have to figure it out, because we have to split it, right? If we have the number 7, so what I want to have like in the left side, how many containers I want to have on the right side. So we have to find or define a role for that. But first we need like vector for the left side split, and for the right side split. I mean, I can just draw it quick. So we have, for example, I don't know, 11, 6, another number, and the 4, and then we have 104, 22, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then an 8, right? Something like this. And we want to split it, right? So, and we have to define a role for that. A rule for that, actually. Not role, a rule. So we want to end up to have something like this. 104, 22, and 8, right? That's not the best drawing here. But you get the point. So how we can achieve it, we can modulo, we can do it with a modulo. I don't know if it's also the same name in English, the modulo, right? What is the name actually? Let me check quick. Give me a second. Modulo. Modulo.
Modulo n check.
Modulo. It's just modulo, right?
Modulo n check.
Modulo, or what? I don't know.
Modulo n check.
Okay, modulo. So how we can actually check it with modulo? Because if we have 0, that means we would have here, for example, 8 for something. So we not would have like an odd number. So we need a case for the odd number. And we can just check if we have a modulo, then we know we have an odd number, right? So, and how we can do even the calculation for this, then I have frame drops. Okay. Was the internet probably? Let me check quick. No, everything is fine, right? So, let me check. So we have this case. We know if we have a modulo, we know actually then it's an odd number. And then we have to figure it out how much we numbers will be on the left side and how much number will be on the right side. How are we going to do this thingy? So I have to think about this process again. How we can achieve it, right? I know how we can do it. So, for example, if we have 7, right? If we have 7, we're just going to add something else. So +1, right? And then we can just divide this number. So we would have something like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And then we're going to divide it. And then we would have 4. So we know we're going to store like 4 numbers in the left side vector or array. And then we know this container here will be 4 minus 1. And that's how we can define this or declare it. That was my solution, I remember. So, okay, let's do it then, right? So first we have to create another vector from type integer. It would be better to make a template, so we have like a t here in, so it doesn't matter which kind of type we are going to use. And we call it array and left. We could just we're going to call it like this, array and left, and then we create another one, vector integer array and right. So that's the right side. We could do it even better, like array, and we call it just right or array. We just call it right s, so we know right side. Or we're just doing it for left side. Or we could just say left s. I mean, naming is like also really important, right? So, and then we have the right side. That's what we have to do. We have to split it right in the beginning. So now we need the case. I mean, we could just initialize with 0 already. I don't know if this is a good thing to do, but I don't know. Then we could say if. So then we have the statement. We have our container, for example, right? So we can say just, for example, container. And then we can say modulo, something like this, 2. Equal. Why is this not working? No problem, I match this operand. We have the container. Oh, this is now we need the size, right? So we need the container size. And then we have a modulo, and if the size is 0. That will be most of the time, right? We have less odd numbers. So then it will be not a prime number, right? So we would have like, okay, not prime number, odd number. So this is not a odd number, right? So we have this case, for example. So now we can use this. Correct. And then we make another if statement. If this here is, for example, not the case, can say else if, and then we can say, actually it's the same container size two modulo 2 is unequal 0. So if it's not 0, if it's something else, okay, it has a problem here. Expression must be a modifiable value. Why? I mean, here it was okay, but why it has to be now a modifiable value? What is the problem? I mean, if you're doing equal, then it's fine. I mean, we could do it also like this, right? So if this is not the case, then we are fine. I mean, and then we open it up, and then we're gonna say same cout console output, and then we're gonna say this is an odd number. So now we have this case. Now we can check it, right? Now we have 7, so we should get this is an odd number. Let us check. We're getting nothing. We have to call it merge sort, and we're gonna call our thingy, and let's see. So this is an odd number, correct? And so if we're gonna add another number, for example 15, then it should be not an odd number. So you can see this is not an odd number. Actually, it's called an odd number, right? So that should be correct. This is not an odd number, correct? And if we adding another one, 13, 14, we have 7, 8, 9. 9 should be an odd number. Is it an odd number? I mean, this is already correct. So we know now this is working. We checked it. What you could also use for this one here would be like a TDD method, right? Print rect. So this is working left side, right side. So if we have this kind of, it works. This works in varieties of ways. What do you mean with that? Okay, we have this. So, and if we have this case, we want to do the pushback, right? We want to push back it to the left side if everything is fine. And how we're going to do the pushback, how we know how many numbers we need in the vector. We're just adding +1, so it will be not an odd number anymore. And then we know, okay, we're going to store the first 4 numbers into the left side array. Container size, it does not do what you think it does. Really? Is it because of hierarchy? Should I do it like this? Would be correct like this? Or do we have here a special case? Yeah, but if I'm doing the other way around, I try this. So that's also a good point to mention for the other people here. You know, you have to be aware always about the hierarchy. So if I'm doing that one, you see I'm getting this here. This is not the operator. Is it this way around? Okay, got it. Okay, sorry. My mistake. Sometimes I don't know. Does it have to be like on the, has to be like on the right or left side, you know? Means assigned to a bool casted type. Okay. So, good to know then. So we have this one. We can check it again quick. So this is an odd number. This is correct. And if we're adding the 15, this is not an odd number. So this is correct. You wouldn't say equals not. Unary operand is on the right side. It's a unary operator. Okay. I should check this topic again with unary. I know what a unary is. You wouldn't say equals no. Okay. I got it. Makes sense. So with a unary, it was like I have only one input, right? Not two. Yeah. By the way, what's up? You missed the stream yesterday. We had like a really, what was it, today? And then it was yesterday, right? We had like I checked your you had like the answer for my code, right? You present the answer. And we had like the topic iterator. And I realized I don't really know how iterators are working, and we just looked it up. So it was really interesting. Because then I realized an iterator is an object. So, okay, we have this case again. The number, this is an odd number. Okay, this is fine. So now we have to add. So we have to say, okay, we have a size. So I need a size because I have to. Now I could just add like another one, and now we need the for loop. Yeah. Now we need the for loop, and in this for loop we're gonna say integer, and we're gonna odx equals what? It's 0, no? And then we could say now we need the statement, and the statement will be container dot size +1, and we want to be sure that this is correct. And then we're going to say this has to be smaller, right, than this statement. Oh, this is actually wrong. We have to divide it to 2. Now it's correct. Something like this, right? So then we have it, and then we need here. We have this one, and we have this one, so this is correct. Then we have 4. We added 1, so that should be okay. And we don't want to so if I would do now this here, right, I would create, is it called a deep copy, or is it just called a copy? So we're gonna do the correct way. But we're not gonna create a copy here. And then we're opening it up. And then we can fill up actually the left side array. And then we say, okay, left side S will be a pushback. And the pushback will be ODX. Right. So now we can check it. And we should check it. Because now we're filling up the left side. And we could just check it now with the print vec. And we're just putting in the left side vector. And then we're going to check the result. So let's see. Oh, we have a mistake here. So, okay, you see we have only 1, 2, 3. And now I have to think quick why it is like this. We're starting from 0, 0, 1, and we need the E. So the container size will be 7, and we say plus 8, so we will have 4. So we're starting 0. Wait, I have a... Oh, this is wrong. I have to push back the container. So we need container. That was a fun mistake. And then we have to say ODX. That's what we want to push back here. Bugged. And again, 11, 6, 3, 2. So that's what we're actually expecting. And we got this, right? So we have this case. And then we say, okay, if else, if we're going to do this. So, now we need another for loop. I remember last time I tried to have like everything in one and that not worked out. So we just need another one for this statement. For the case that let's just create another for loop, correct? I mean, I could solve it even with the if statement inside there. So I can say, okay, do it for 8, but do the first 4 for this one. So I need only one for loop. But actually, I don't know what is actually faster, you know? Because I could do something that we're doing like the 8. But we're doing an if statement for this case here then. And we're just saying the full size. And then we would like have only one. Maybe it's also better for readability. I don't know. Let's try something else this time, right? We could just say if we have this for loop, and then we could say, okay, we want to have it for this case here. And so we're doing the pushback if this, and then we're gonna say ODX is smaller than this here, then do the pushback. Hello? This is this. We need another one. So now it's correct, and this here. Now I have to check really carefully. We need here also another one. No, this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. okay, we have this statement and then do this pushback for the container, right? And then we could say if, now we have the other logic. If it's bigger. Than this. We're doing it the right. So we're gonna check here, bam, okay, and then now we're doing it for the right, S, and we're doing also the pushback. Pushback container dot, and then we say ODX. Right, and that's it. So that should work. And then this should be different because then here this logic, we not need this here. And then we're doing it for the full scale. And then we have these statements. So my question now for the hardcore programmer here. Last time I just did this here for the right side pushback. I just created a new for loop, you know? What is performance-wise better? Or can the compiler handle this kind of situation and we will end up with the same assembly code? Because you could solve it like with this if statements, or you could do it with or you could do it like with another for loop. What is better? What is better? But I think for readability, this is better, right? Instead of doing a new for loop. I mean, this is just cleaner in this case. So, and then we can say print f vector, and then we can see the right side. Now we can check the results. So, and it's working. You see 104, 415, 11, 6, 3. Yeah, actually, maybe I like this more with this if statements. We could make it else if. No, not the else if. We have to make it if. We could do a switch, but for this case, we had not enough switch state. No. I think if is completely fine. So and then I can do it also for this case, and just I can just copy it, right? And that's it. We not need this here anymore because we checked it already. Try to put this size person into a const variable. Why should I do it? Can you explain? You mean so mean I should put this here in the const, like this here completely. That makes sense. I should do it outside of the if statement, right? Or should I do, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So you mean I just creating a number, for example, integer, const, and oh wait, why is this? The type is not allowed. How I'm doing an integer? What? How am? Did I have to say? Oh, no, that's not working like this. First, I have to wait. How am? So inside the if of for is fine. Okay. So if I would say then integer, and I would say what kind of name we should say? Modified size or something, right? Do we have maybe better naming? I would just call mod size. What would be? And then we would just have this here. Yeah, okay, what would be a good name? Well, naming sometimes is really hard, to be honest. Think about it for a minute. I will call it size plus 1. Are you happy with that? Yes, no, maybe. We're just gonna store. No, we want to store this here, right? Okay, then we could call it like size. Yeah, okay, then it's easy, the naming. Then we can just say left side size, right? And then this is way more cleaner. And then we could have like this here. Something like this. People can read the code. They don't need a name that describe how things is done. They want to know what the value represents. Okay. Okay, what would be a better naming then? Left side. Because I know it's on the left side. So maybe the name would be better like container left. Left container. No? Okay, what is then Guys, I'm already happy if I'm able to program this, and okay, but it's good for learning. You divide it by 2 a index. So what is meaning of that the general and secondly has a meaningful representation of for the right? I mean, if we have left size, I mean, people can read the code, don't need a name to describe how a thing is done. They want to know what the value represents. Okay, they want to know what the value represents. Then I can say just yeah, but this is describing it, right? Left side container. What's the point if you divide a line into 2? Now we're adding a 1 and then dividing it to 2, right? Wait, are we doing it here? Oh. Wait a second. Yeah. We have +1. It's weird that we think of the same name. Wait, okay. So my thoughts about it, let's do drawing again, is that we have numbers. For example, 11, 6, 3, 22, 2, 104, 4, right? So we have this one that should be like... And we want to figure it out the new container what we have or want to create, for example, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, fuck. Wait. So, okay. We want to know the size. And how we can get the size? We're using the modulo. And if the modulo is... You know, one time we're checking if we have a rest. If we not have a rest, we know we can divide it. Wait a second. This is wrong. I'm describing the other case, right? Oh! Okay. This has to be here. Because here we have +1. We not need it for the other thing. So this is completely wrong. This has to be here. Right? And then we have left side. Why is this not working? Yep. Okay, what kind of name we should use then? Because this is here we have the case if we have an odd number, right? This is the case for the odd number. And then we can say, okay, left side. Okay, we can change the side. We can just say left. You can call it also left container if you want to. You want to call it left container size or whatever. I mean, we could call it like container left size. Something like this. Yeah, okay. True. But we're just saying container left size. Okay, what would be a proper name then? So you say, okay, it's like you want to describe what we're storing. But we have to say, okay, we're storing the size of the container, correct? So container left size would be correct. Guys, I want to do today some progress. Then give me a meaningful naming so I can learn from you. Yes, would be correct, but it would make ODX container left size confusing. I was going at the word middle or mid. Yeah, but this is again your principle, because you said you would solve this problem completely different, and it's actually not the mid. You know what I mean? Practical. I mean, it is not the mid. It's also not 100% correct if you call this is the mid. It is the middle. I mean, there are also some arguments that you can say it's not the middle, right? Because it's not completely the middle. Okay, do you have maybe another name than the middle? Half middle. And then I'm gonna call it half middle. But you really not like this container left size? I mean, do you know exactly then by this naming what's going on? I mean, you know, if you're reading it, container left size, you know, okay, it's the container on the left size. Left side, the size of it. You compare it with the middle, but it's not a real middle. You're comparing it with a half middle. Mid or mid plus. Mid or mid plus 1 if container is even in size. Oh, I like this. You're being semantically difficult for no good reason. For readability. I mean, I want to learn from you guys. You would just call it middle. But if you have the middle, but it's not really a mid element. You know, if you want to be super correct, it's a half middle. Because it's not the middle. You could also define it that I'm going to do it for you guys. So are you happy now? So what is mid if you're getting the mid? But then if you're reading it, you don't know what the mid actually is. Is it the size? What is it? You know what I mean? You know, it's only... You not really know what's... you know, it's an integer, but you don't know what it actually is. But yeah, okay, I can live with that. Fuck it. I just let it like that, so you're happy. So we have the mid, and then we need it for the same here. Yeah, then you have here now the problem. How are you gonna call this now? Also mid. What kind of a name are you gonna call? So what is the naming now for this one? If you say, actually it's the same. Wait. It's now okay. Here you have actually a mid, right? If you have this one, this is a mid. But it's weird. I don't like this naming. Okay, I keep going. Because now if I'm gonna define the rest here, until ODX hit the mid. That, you know, it makes syntactic wise not that much sense. You got it? It would make sense if you would back count it. Like you don't know if this is actually... Are you getting my point? No, I mean, okay. So you have, for example, let's do the drawing. You have, example, the other block here, right? 11, 6, and 3, for example, right? So this is would be the right container. No, it's okay. We're doing it until we hit the mid. Okay, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Yeah, guys. Okay. My mistake. So it makes sense. So you're doing the first step to the mid, and then you go even more precise with the statements here. Okay. I mean, this is okay. So we have this one, and then we say mid. If ODX meet the mid, and where's my for loop actually? Guys, what I did here? I need my for loop. So. And then we have the mid, exactly we're doing until we hit the mid here. Container size. If this is not a business, okay, if we over the mid. Okay, it makes completely sense if you're doing it like this. And then we could do it even like this. I mean, you could call it mid plus, right? That would be more precise. Can we call the second one mid plus? I would like to call this mid plus. So. Are you happy now, guys? What is this GitHub? STL. Let's see. Programming YouTube. Let's check it. Browser, Chrome. Here we go. They're using also mid, right? Okay. Okay. Why are they doing underscore mid? So I not should use it. Okay. Mid plus. Yeah, okay. I get it. You could also actually you want to make stuff more readable, but it could be also confusing if you're doing it like this, correct? That's why you not want to do it. I get it. So now we can print it out and check it. So boom. So that's correct. 11, 6, 3, 22, 104, 4, 15. So now we are into the next thing, and that will be just saying left S, because if we want to do the pushback later, and we're going to do this, and then we will have the merge sort, boom, right? And then we have here right S, right side, and then we have merge sort. So, okay. Then we have like the input will be left S, right will be right S. So, okay. Then we have to define it here. Vector type integer. So that will be identifier starts with underscore and follows a capital character R reversed for implementation unless the standard says otherwise. Is this a like identifier? Like the mid? With user codes, okay. Interesting. And why you want to do it like this? Do you have an example for this reverse identifier for them to avoid conflict with user code? Greetings, friends of writing everything different than anyone else. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Oh man, guys. You're so funny today, right? You're so funny. Oh, Edward is not there, right? Edward is not here. Damn it. Probably has to work. Guys, should I have an idea for YouTube? Should I start to make YouTube shorts with advice for C++? And I would have a strategy. I would always implement like errors, so I will get a lot of comments. That would be a 5-head move, right? And if I'm getting more comments, I will get more views. Imagine we have yesterday the talk about iterations and stuff like this. And then I'm just bringing up this example and say, okay, we're getting back a pointer. And I'm 100% sure that some people are saying, by the way, this is not a pointer. So actually, I think that's a 5-head move, right? Because everyone in C++ want to flex. So I'm giving them the opportunity to flex on me. Maybe I should do it one time, like one YouTube short, like with a really bad statement, and see what's gonna happen. What do you think would happen? That's so funny. What is the YouTube video?
Hello.
If there is a short about JavaScript, there would be a comments too. How many minutes it is? 6 minutes. We can watch this.
Hello and welcome to C++ Weekly. I'm your host, Jason Turner. I am available for on-site training, code reviews, and contracting. So I was recently teaching a class on C++ and I mentioned that lambdas are objects like in
I still don't know what lambdas are, by the way.
any other object in C++, and they have their own lifetime, and their captures have their own lifetime. And that led one of my students to asking, is it possible to access the captures of a lambda from outside of the lambda? And I said, no, that's not possible. And I demonstrated with a simple example like this. And I went to access this value, and I said .val. And I noticed something interesting happened. I got an error from the compiler that said, this lambda has no member named val. Did you mean underscore underscore val? So let's see. Why, yes, I did mean underscore underscore val.
What?
So it seems that GCC's abstractions are leaking into our warnings and into our C++ code. So let's see, can we reassign this value? We can. And this becomes kind of weird because this val arguably should be const. Now, it is not actually the capture that is const, it is the call operator on the lambda that is const in the case of a non-mutable lambda, but it still messes with our minds about how these things work. So if we make this return our val, and let's go ahead and enable optimizations, and now we want to return the result of calling our lambda, we can see that 4 is returned. So we've been able to manipulate the state of this lambda from outside of the lambda, which I think raises an interesting question of why aren't the captures accessible from outside the lambda? And on the other hand, I will also note that I was unable to get any kind of similar warning or response from Clang. But this further made me wonder what other abstractions are leaking into our C++ world. So I thought I would create a simple ranged for loop. And I'm just using standard array with C++ 17's class type template deduction. And, well, let us iterate over the elements of this array. So we're doing that. And let's go ahead and, I don't know, let's sum these values up and return the summation here. So this summation should be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. We're getting 15 returned from main. We can see that over here.
Yeah.
What is the leaky abstraction that I'm looking for here? It is the fact that a ranged for loop is actually saving the begin and end iterators and the array thing or the range that it was actually looping over. So let's just go ahead and try underscore underscore 4. And we get a few interesting things here. Suggested alternative underscore underscore uflow. I have absolutely no idea what that's in reference to. Perhaps underflow. But let's look at, well, we know that it needs to store the begin. So we put this in here, and now we get this suggested alternative underscore underscore 4 underscore begin. Well, that is interesting. So this is the begin iterator for our ranged for loop. Now, I have no idea if we can manipulate this, but let's just see if we can. Let's put it here and say, just for the fun of it, that it equals the end iterator. And, well, that compiled, and now our main is an infinite loop. That's not exactly what one might expect. If our underscore underscore 4 underscore begin is a reference and end is a reference, I don't know what it's doing there, why it would be generating infinite loop. Let's see if we can try to skip every other one or something like this. Seems like that might be able to work. No, that's still an infinite loop. So we can jump into this and manipulate it and see what kinds of things we're getting from here. And we can perhaps get other different warnings from the compiler. We have for underscore end, it's suggesting here. We had already played with that one. There's also the for range, which should be the temporary variable that is being used to hold the ARR here for the sake of generating the ranged for loop. So definitely getting some abstractions from our ranged for loops in GCC leaking in to our C++ code. I don't know, again, what else there is here. I tried playing with a few other things where I know that the compiler kind of has to act as if it has done this other thing for us. But these were the only two I was able to come up with. Go ahead, post some comments, some links if you come up with some interesting ways to abuse this. You absolutely cannot rely on this working on real code. It is basically undefined behavior to rely on anything that has one of the reserved identifiers with double underscores in it. But yeah, there you go. That's our leaky abstractions from GCC that I was unable to get reproduced on any other compiler, but on many different versions of GCC. Be sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and check out any of the links below.
Okay, I'm gonna read the comments. Oh my lord. If user codes start to use reversed identifier, there would be conflict or access to internal of implementation, which is bad. While is the reserved identifier of implementation in this case? It's a name capture and it's used inside. Nice to know. Just use Clang. Okay, then I'm not using this underscore stuff, right, for my personal project. So you want to say I should not use something like this, right, if I'm defining something, correct? So then will you invert a binary tree? Now we're going to do it a merge sort again. I'm just want to do it by my own. So I not should do something like integer size test, for example, right? No, like 4, right? I should not do something like this, right? Oh, sorry. I should not do something like this. Correct WhatsApp? Wait, I should... Why I should do underscore? Now I'm understanding nothing anymore. I thought I could interrupt with the compiler thingies there. You shouldn't. Sorry, you should. Yeah. Can something like this also be risky? If you, for example, saying, "All right, we have to do." Can something like this also be risky if you're doing something like this? It seems like I should read the CPP code guidelines. Is this, would be this fine if I would do it like that? What do you mean with linter? Okay, I would not use it, but if I would do something like this, I'm safe, right? Kinda. I would recommend don't use leading. What does leading means? Like leading is something like this. I don't use double underscore, but one underscore is okay. One underscore is okay, right? Ah, okay, leading is starting. Okay. Then I'm fine. Okay, got it. Yeah, okay, yes. No, okay. Okay, good to know. Thanks a lot, guys. Because of you, maybe one day I will be a programmer. Maybe. Maybe. So, okay, keep going. Also, yes, it's okay, yeah. Yes, underscore is okay. I think so. I mean, why are you asking me? Just ask chat. We have so many good programmers here in chat. I'm just learning, you know? I'm just learning. But someone just said it's okay, right? Is it okay? What's up? Is it okay to... You just wrote, guys, a leading with the underscore is dangerous, right? But you're fine if you're not doing this leading thingy, right? Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, keep going. It's so nice. I'm learning every day something new. Thanks a lot, guys. That's just my preference that it's safe once you're comfortable to recommend read the C++ standard about the subject. Yeah, I should do it probably, right? I should do it. Ah! Mobile phone, please, no. Oh. Okay. So then we can keep going. Okay, back to topic, guys. Apple fishes also, yeah, you could use unsize or not use it. Okay. Surely not use it in... Okay, makes sense. Not for in the standard library. So, okay, we have our return type. It would be better, of course, if we would do like a template, so we can... It would not matter which kind of type we got would enter here as a return type. So we have this one. It's calling itself, right? So, and that was last time the spot where I was not able to do the merge thing, and now we're coming to the merge thing. So the next step, what we need like another vector from type integer, and we call it should we call it merge? Summarize. What would be a good naming? I would just call it merge. Vector merge, right? That's it. It seems like it is a own skill to make like correct wording for functions, stuff like that. Right? If you have big projects, I think it's a really important part. But actually, I also checked out bigger PHP projects in WordPress, and I can tell you it was sometimes really confusing, and yeah, was a lot of fun, I can tell you. So we have this. So what is the next step? Now I have to think. It's really good if you're redoing stuff like that, because if you're sometimes reading code, you think, everything is clear, I'm understanding that. But if you have to rewrite it like 2 days later, and you're completely trying it by your own, it's not that easy sometimes anymore, right? Even if you're understanding the things. So we know we need iterators for that. So let's work with iterators. So I need the left side iterator and I need the right side iterator, correct? And because I want to push back the left side and the right side. That's what we want to do. So just thinking what kind of type it is. Combine left and right into one sorted vector. Yeah, and that's my merge. But the left side, first I need to define the iterators, correct? What is the type name for iterator? Because if I'm saying, for example, iterator, for example, right, yeah? If it would do it like this, yeah, iterator or pointer. So if you would say iterator, or we're starting with left, right? And that would be then left as dot begin. What would be this type here? So I could do auto, right? But I could say also like, I could say also like std vector vector integer iterator, and then I would have it, right? And I would define it here. Okay. Instead of this, I can just say auto. It's the same. So then we have the begin, the iterator for this one, and then we're gonna say it, and we need it for the right, like the iterator for right, and then we're gonna just say gonna say right begin. So now we have both of them, right? The full type name is std vector integer std allocate integer iterator. Ooh, why we have to do the allocate integer thing? Really? If I'm hovering over that, I will not have this allocator thing. Oh, we're not gonna open this box today. We're not gonna open this box today. No. Not today. Not today. For sure. Not gonna open it today. So now we have the iterator. And now we need a for loop. Because we have to do the pushback, right? So we have to begin from left, you have to begin from right, the iterator. And we can do the referencing thing to get the start. Okay, for loop. So which kind of logic I need? Or maybe a while loop is better, right? Maybe it's a while loop better. Because we want to do it until we're hitting the end, right? So we're saying it underscore left unequal the end, right? Let me think quick, guys. I'm missing something. Am I? No. No, everything is fine. Now we're just taking the left until this here is the end. Left side dot end, right? And then we're doing the same statement and for it right underscore right side and so okay, that means we have this iterator. If this one is not the end, we keep being in this while loop. But we have to count it even up, right? So we need statements where we're counting it up. It left or it right, right? That we coming out of this cycle later. Now we have to do our if statements. So if about this logic, I mean, it's just saying if this and this is not wrong. Or it should be or, right? No, and should be correct. What is wrong? Should be or, right? No, it both of them have to be the end, right? Because we have to read all of them. No, it's not or. It should be fine, so it's fine. Because now we're gonna say we dereferencing that thing, and then we can just say it left. My mistake. It iterator left is actually, now we're doing this comparison, you remember? Always the example, if we have 11, 6, right? And if we have this iterator left, if this is smaller than the right, and this is not the case in this thing, and that's what we're actually doing here, right, dereferencing it, do this and this, right? And then we need the same statement if left is bigger, and this is like this case, then do something about this, right? So okay. So and if we have this case, then I remember there was your magic, what you did. Then we counting it up. That we reaching the end, right? The first end, and that was like let me think. Because we could have also the other end. Now I have to think again. And you came up so fast with this solution. That's funny. Because now we have to see, we could have something like 11, 6. No, this would be wrong. We could have something already sorted. 6, 11. Right? We could have something like this. And for example, 14, 15. Right? And we want to merge it together. So then we would have, if we would compare the first element Wait, am I mixing something up? Why am I again confused? So that means, okay, iterator left, and we have like the begin. So we're doing it first for the 6, right? And then we have like a merge thingy, merge, right? And that means if this here is correct, if we have this statement, it left is smaller than the right, then we're doing the pushback. Then we're doing the pushback here, doing the pushback here, right? So we're doing the pushback to the merge thingy. So we're doing merge dot pushback, right? And what we are pushbacking? The 6. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Not the 6, the left. The value here at left. That's what we're doing. So we're pushbacking the 6. And then we have to count it up. The iterator. That means we have to say it left plus plus. And we're doing it the correct way. It would be this here. Oh, nice. This is not working. Because of that. So maybe it's better to have here the right side. So we have the same statement for right. Is smaller. In this case, so we're doing the pushback to merge. So if you have the other case, is it smaller? We're gonna push back the right side instead. Merge, push, back, iterator, right. What? What is wrong? What I'm missing? Ah. So. And then, if we push back the right thing, do we have to count up the right? Yeah, then the right will be on the end. Correct. Oh, I have one question. Now I have to say plus plus iterator right. So if you hey, wait, I'm a little bit confused right now. Why I'm always confused with these methods here. If you have iterator left and we're comparing it with iterator right. So let's see how it's defined. It's right side begin and left side begin. Ah, it makes sense, right? Because let's change it. So we would have this one here. And comparing it with that one here, right? That's how it's going. We're comparing both of them, correct? Wait, is this even a merge sort then? If you're doing this method? And then we would count up and then we would compare. Then we would compare 11. If you're gonna say and 14. Is this then even a merge sort if you're doing it like this? Wait, I have to check quick. Yeah, I think it is, right? I have to check the logic again. 1 second. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's from the logic. It's fine. Yeah. So okay, this is completely fine. That's cool. The drawing is so nice, right? So yeah, then we have this logic, and then we need now the magic, right? Now we are coming to the magic, because if you have this statement, we still need the case if we have both of them here, right? So we push back in the one, and then we're doing it for the other one. Blowfish spot a bug. Try to fix it. Oh man. So what we're gonna do next? We would do a for loop, correct? No for loop. Where the statement is maybe wrong. So if I have to, on both sides, I have to reach the end. So the end is okay. So I'm doing it until I hit the end of the iterator on left side and on the right side. Okay, let's finish the drawing here, right? So we would push back. First, we would push back the 6. I think sometimes it's really good if you're doing it really slow. Probably I'm just complaining. So you have like the 6, right? Because it's smaller. Then you're comparing 11 and the 14. Then you push backing the 14. The 11. So then we hit here the end. Correct. And if we're hitting the end, we can't compare anymore, right? So the problem is now we hit the end and we're not pushing the 14 and the 15. That means I need another argument. So we are like in this state then, and then we have to say if we have one time we have two scenarios. We can hit the end on the left iterator and we can hit the end on the right iterator. So we need two if statements. Statements. Is it statement? Statement. That means, okay, if the iterator left is equal iterator left and something like this. Oh, that's not working. Then I have to do like left S end. Okay. Statement. And then I have the same case. Then I have the same case for the right iterator. Right equals right side. And this will be also the end. Correct. Opening it up. Boom. So in this case, we hit on the left side the end. So, and we have to define it. That means then we need our merge insert, it called, right? Was it like this then, or don't remember? Have to look it up quick. So yeah, and then we need again the end. So where we want to place it, and that's what like merge and. So we want to place this thingies on the end. And what we want to place here, it is the iterator right. Until we hit the right side and something like this, right? So this is okay. So this is my iterator position, and we're gonna add the item, and then I have to do the same thing here, and this have to be left, this has to be left, and here we need this one, and we need this one. So, and that should be it. Right, we can open the drawing again for the scenario. That means we have this scenario. We want to add it on to the end. That's after the 11. And this is like the iterator position. So it will be the 14. Because we know already the 14 and 15 is already sorted, right? So then we have 14. And then we're doing it until we hit here the end on the right side, right? So, and then we're adding the 15 and then we're hitting the end and it's finished. So it's not completely finished because now, if we finish this part, we have to push it back. And what we have to push back? We have to push back the merge, right? And then it's getting bigger, 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 and we're redoing it. So, and yeah. So let's see. Urge to flex. My dinner recurs from the urge of flex. What does urge of flex mean? Be right back. Okay. So, but this should be correct now, right? So if you're checking it, merge sort, and we can just print it out. And we could just print it out the merge sort because we have now so and then integer size. Need this one and it should work. Boom, everything is gonna crash. Oh, something is not working. 11, 11, 11, 11. Okay. 11, 6, 22. Something is broke. Something is broke. Let me check. Maybe here. Merge and left is and right side and is the right side. Okay. Now to find the mistake. Merge sort, pause champ. Edward, thanks a lot. By the way, Edward, it was I just posted a merge sort, but actually WhatsApp also helped me last time with the merge sort, so I'm redoing it. Thanks. I just read your Discord post, but the last day I was a little bit busy. Okay, what is the mistake here now? Why is this not working? This is a good question. The best thing what you can do if you have something like this, maybe using a debugger, right? Stack Overflow. Oh, big arrow. That will happen if the container only contains one element. So if the container contains only one element, okay, let's do it, right? I have to learn to go through the logic. Sometimes I'm too lazy to do it, but I have to do it. As a programmer, you have to do it. Okay, so the case, we would have only like, for example, the 6. So if you have the 6 and divide it with 3, we need here a statement if we have only one, right? We need another if statement. We need this if statement if you're saying if container size dot size is equal 1, right? This is what we have to do. Then return container. Oh, this was completely wrong. Something, wait, okay, this was not, I have to think it to the end. Okay, what would happen if I have the modulo on 2 and I would divide it, right? So I have to ask myself, 1 second. So if I would have 1 divided 2, the modulo would be 1, right? I would have a rest. So if I would have a rest, is it rest? No. Oh man, my English. Rest? It is rest, right?
Rest.
Yeah, it's rest. Oh, you're practicing algos now? Yeah. So I would have a rest. So if I have a rest, then I would jump into this if statement, right? This is the case if I have a rest. And what I would do then, I would say container size plus 1. So the problem is here, right? I would go into this statement, and actually I don't want to go into the statement here. Hey, Thorolf 4, how you doing? Hey, Raven HS, how you doing? Hey, Raven, are you also programmer, by the way? So the thing is now, so I would go into the statement and like it make absolutely no sense if I were going to the statement. So if I if I have the 6, I want to return it. I'm doing good, although I had an annoying day at the work. What was your annoying day at the work? So, okay, why can't just do the if statement say I'm gonna return it? Why is this not working? If I say okay, if the container what I actually getting, if the array what I have is actually yes, you want to return it, but try to find out what cause. So my statement was correct. If I'm saying okay, if I have this container dot size, and then I'm gonna say okay, if the container size is 1, then do this. So let's do it, and then I'm returning the container. That's actually what I want to do, right? So what is causing the crash? I mean, what I can do, I can just go here, that I'm going here, and see what's going to happen. So let's check. So we have 11 now, and if we keep going, yeah, okay, everything is still working. Working. Huh? I'm a little bit confused here. What? Aha. Okay, there's something really weird going on. The favorite thing about coding is when you write your 60 lines of code in 1 hour, and then it takes you 5 hours to fix the crucial 5 lines because you run into a null pointer exception. Yeah, that's why maybe you should start to program in Rust, right? Oh. Okay, you said it is here the mistake. Let me check quick. So we have the size here. Ah, I know why. This is not correct. Wait, let me think quick. Oh. What the heck? Yeah, copy paste, right? No, this is correct. We're gonna take the half, then we're gonna have the mid. Then we're going in, ODX is 0, and then we're gonna say, okay, the container size. The container size will be 7. In this example, for example, would be 7. Then we would say 0, and then we would have run rotation with 8. 8 would not work. So if this would be 8, it would not work, but 7, it would work. Oh, we need -1, correct? No, not fucking around. I have to start to think more often. So, okay, let's do the example. So the container size of the array, let's say it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It will not gonna work here, right? Let me see. No same arrow. That makes sense. So we are out of range. We would have a 7. And the container size would be 7. That means... No, that is fine, this statement. So we would have here 7. We would start from 0. And then we... 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we have 8. Equal would not work, right? Because it has to be smaller. So this is also correct, this statement. Let's see this pushback. We're doing the pushback. You didn't handle the equal case, ODX equal mid. You didn't handle the equal case, ODX equal mid, so you skipped the middle element. In this case here. So if we would have 4. So for example, if we have like the 4. So the container size would be 7. For example, the container size would be 8. So it will be 4. Then that would be 4. We would start from 0. Right? The index is 0. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3. Wait. Okay, sometimes it's drawing better. Let's do it. So the example would be 11, 6, 7, 9. So the index would be 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? And the mid from the container size would be, for example, 8 divide through 2 would be 4. Then we would have ODX. ODX smaller 4. We would start from 1. I'm not seeing a problem here. This is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a 3, 3 is smaller than 4 and everything is 5. Fine. If you have 4, 4, it's not gonna work. Where 8 coming from? The 8 is coming from if we would have an array from a size of 8. You got it? Not an array size of 8, but a container size is it 7 or what? So if I have an array or like a vector, will be the size, if I've stored 8 elements, will be the size 8 or 7? That's like 4 elements. The size will be 4 if I'm using the size. Correct? Am I wrong or am I correct? I mean, I can check it, right? If I'm using the debugger. Oh, no, 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 no. Everything is crashing. No. Okay, I should, wow. Okay. I should save. And I should check it here quick. Yeah, the size. Ah. But yeah, that's correct. Because now we have the size of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is the value of mid? Then the size of container is 4. So we just checked that the container size is 7 in this example. So it would be like 4, right? Am I wrong? Wait, let's go. Man. Container size would be now I'm seeing the problem. I mean, here it is okay. If I have 8, then I will divide. We're not coming into this statement here. Container size, modular. Okay, we would have this container. And then we would add +1. So if we would have, instead of 7, we would have 8. So mid would be 4. So everything is fine. Mid would be 4. ODX is 0. So everything is fine. I'm not understanding the problem then. You wrote a drawing board 11, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, but it's correct. I mean, the container size is in this case then +1. So we have 8 and divided through 2. Is it called through 2 or what is the correct sounding? Yeah, if we containing 4 elements, then it's fine. What is the problem? We have index 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. And we're counting it up. Divided by, okay. What is the problem then? There's only 4 elements. There's no 7 or 8. Don't pull numbers out of things of air. Okay, we're going through this thingy. We have here we're declaring our mid. Then we're saying container size. For example, it will be, okay, let's take this example. It would be 8 divided by 2. So we would have 4. Mid would be 4. Correct? Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, this is here the problem. No, it's not. That would be then 8. That would be, for example, 8. And we would call it only 7. That would be still okay. I'm not finding the... container size returns 4. In which case? If you have the 11, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, I know. I mean, we can just go here and check it. Such a stupid mistake here that I'm... one more. So container size is 4. Hä, what? Right, left. Wait, right now I'm super confused. So we have container size is 4. Hä? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why we have here already? Wait, am I computing? What I'm doing here? Okay. I'm so confused right now. I'm getting angry even. Why we have 4 now? Why we have only 11, 6, 3, 22? Line 95. No, but something is weird. Oh, I'm not understanding this, and that makes me so angry at the moment. I have it way too big here. Let's do it again. So let's add here 15. So we're coming into the statement. Yeah, now it's 8. Okay, everything is fine. So we have 11, 6, 3, 22, 2, 104. Everything is fine. 7 elements. This is fine. Mid will be 4. Ist korrekt. Wow, ich krieg die Krätze, Alter. Wie kann das so lange dauern? Hat jetzt so gut funktioniert und jetzt kacke ich echt am Schluss ab, ey. What is mid? Mid is 4. This is 0. Oh. That's fine. So we will count like 4 times. This is correct. Yeah. 11. 2. 6. 3. 22. And that's it. Now the other ones. Maybe here. Maybe here's the mistake. Mid will be still 4. No. Oh. This is the mistake. This is the mistake. Oh Mann, das ist ja so ein blöder Mistake. Oh, nee, das ist doch korrekt. Wenn wir größer sind. Ah, größer gleich. Größer gleich. Und jetzt haben wir 3. 3 ist nicht größer als mit. Also werden wir das nicht machen. Ah, Mann! Jetzt weiß ich, was du meinst. Now I know what you mean. Holy moly! I have not the scenario if it's equal. Ah, das müssen wir überlegen. So, jetzt habe ich 3. Jetzt habe ich UDX 3. Das ist so blöd. Das ist so blöd. Okay, ich verstehe. So, but you reverted back to German. So the problem is now ODX. Yeah, so good, right? Isn't it? Okay, I know now the problem, because now we have actually this statement 3 is 3 is smaller than the mid, so we have the case 4, right? 4 will not work, so we have 4 here, right? And 4 we need, it's easy. We need just a case like something like this, right? This is gonna work, and we need the same thing also here. So, and then it's gonna work. So let's see. Oh no, it's not working. Okay. Why? Warum bricht es jetzt wieder auseinander? Why is debugging so hard sometimes? What the heck? Yeah, maybe I have it somewhere else. True. So this... What the heck? What is the mistake? What is the problem? Let me see. Where? You mean... Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. I missed this. No, this is correct. Wait, this is if. Then we have else if. This is correct. And we have the while. If we have this case, then do that. Else if. Doing this. If blah blah blah. Else if. Okay. Oh. Solve problem. Why it's working now? I don't know. Do I care about it? Not really. So it was the if-else statement. Okay. Okay, which itself was the problem actually? Okay. You're going to miss the case when they are equal. Where? What's equal? Ah, you mean the num? Ah, okay, got it. You want to say if I have 2, right? So that means if they are equal, correct? You want to have another statement if I have else if, and if I have the statement left equal iterator right. Oh, was gibt's denn da Leckeres? Oh, was ist das denn?
Du, probier mal.
Danke, danke.
Du musst es so kombinieren.
Oh, ich muss das so. Ist das Apfelmus?
Ja,
Mm.
frisches.
Oh, danke. Mm.
Lecker?
Bin gerade fertig.
Guter Kürbis.
Das ist sehr, sehr gut.
Kürbis nicht.
Nein, kein Kürbis.
Hey, da ist aber unser Teig. Hallo.
Nein, deswegen schmeckt das so komisch.
Ah, jetzt.
Du hast mir wieder Kürbis untergejubelt. Okay, I Ich mag eigentlich Kürbis nicht, aber jetzt hat sie mir Kürbis untergejubelt. Okay. I have to do this statement, right? Korrekt? Yeah, not enough test coverage? What do you mean? Then I can just say merge, pushback. It doesn't matter what I'm pushbacking, right? I can say it's just right. You need to handle the case. Okay, what was the mistake before? Why else if fixed it? Oh. Ah, Mann, Essen und Streamen funktioniert halt nicht. Eating and streaming is not a good thing. Okay, let's do drawing, right? Then we push backing. Yeah, what we gonna push back? Okay. I mean, you have like an if statement ODX bigger than make, and then the other one, okay, that instead you use if. But why I got the arrow? So if I, for example, 4, it's not working there, and it's going there, and it's going to work there. Still not getting it why I got the arrow before. You push an element into merge vector and you increment the iterator for the next loop to not consider the element again. Maybe someone have in Discord right now time. So we have this one, 11, 11, and then we could say we're pushing back this one into here, so we're getting the 11. Then we iterate this one more step. But we have to iterate also the right side. If less at left. Okay, guys, I have not that much time left. Can someone just hop in Discord and explain it to me? So we have that one, for example, then we have 11. That means I have to increment, if I have this statement, right? I have to increment both variants. Variants? So I have to do this, and I have to do this, correct? No? Why? I thought, because if you cross both, you have 11, 6, 14. Ah, okay, yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, I just overthought it there, so I have to do it just for the left side. So then it should work, right? If I have it like this. Then I would have 11, then I would have 6. Oh. Ah, okay. Oh. I have to push it back twice. It should be 6, 11, not 11, 6. Huh? I thought it has to be oh yeah, sorry, yeah, it's completely misleading here. It should be then 6, 11, 11, correct? 14. Something like this. Thanks a lot for tuning in, by the way. Then we have to merge, push back. We push back in the right. Why? The example is wrong. Huh? Not the left array. 6, 11, 11, 6 is not possible. So okay, let's go through this process. So we have 11 there. We just checking both of them first. Let's do the drawing again. So then we would put first the 6. Oh wait, this example is completely wrong actually. Let's do the example completely new. This is just bullshit. Sorry. My mistake. It's really misleading here. Sorry for this sharing this misinformation here. If you have a case, it would be like 6, 11. And then we would have here 11, 14. Right? And then we would have like the comparison here. Let's make it correct. So then we would compare both of them. Right? And then we would end up with the 6. And we would increase it. Then we would compare both of them after that. And that means we had like 11. And actually we could push it back twice. Doesn't matter if we're not, taking the left or the right one. Should we do it like this? So the next case is then we are here and we would write it down. I will actually not need it. Because we would be here and would, yeah, okay, then we not need another pushback. We not need another pushback. We can just remove this one here. It would be fine. Correct? So we have this one, first this, comparing with that. We would have this into that one. The problem would be, no, it would be not a problem. Yeah, this should work here now, right? Because through that one we iterate and just adding the numbers, so we would add 11 and 14. Correct? Ah, I see the problem. Six, 11, right? No, there's still a problem. If I would have the case no, it's still fine. What is if I have the case 5, 11? Okay, let's see. If I have the case 5, 11, I would put this here in, the 5 here. Counting this up. Comparing both of them. So we would have 5. So if we would have this case, if left side is bigger than the right side and we push back right and we pushing 11 up, then we have here 11. Then we're comparing 6 on and 11 and it will be the 6. And then we're counting this up. Then we would have comparing and then we would compare 11 with 11. We have 5, 6. Then we would compare 11 with 11. And that's the equal. And we push back 1, 11. Okay, this is okay. Then we have one end. And we would add another 11. Yeah, it would work. It would work. Yeah, it would work. It would work. Holy moly, man. Not typical, but correct. What do you mean? What do you mean? There's something you need to learn here in this type of situation and what people do typically. Okay. Okay, what do people, when comparing two integer, there is 3 possible outcomes. Yeah, okay, got it, yeah. You have to learn that, yeah. The equal. Take a look at the case equal of yours. What the other cases does it look like? It look like cases right both and handle the same. You should push them left. Okay, let's see. Let's see. You should push the left. I'm pushing back the left. So to simplify it, you can do yeah, I can just do this one, right? I could say something like this. Correct? Because it's kind of the same. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I could do it even better. Right. Let's do it even better. I mean, it's a syntactic sugar. We could do it even better. How was it? Wait, I have to remember. No, it was only, yeah, it was like this. And then we have the one statement. That would be this. It's not possible, right? We can't do it. Can we? It's not possible, right? Maybe it is. Let's try it out. Can you do this? Nah, that's not possible, right? It is not possible. It would be so cool if I could do this, but it's not possible. I mean, can I do it like this? No, it's not possible. That's not possible, right? I mean, I could write a function and then I could do the statement. Then it would work. And I would call the function, correct? But it would be not good for readability, right? I could just write a function that contains this thingies, and then I'm gonna call this, otherwise do the other thing, right? Yeah, but it's not good for readability, so this is more, yeah. It is possible, but for this kind of stuff. So finish, no? No, it's working. Okay, what should I do now? What you say? You say like else, right? And I can remove this then completely. So if and then else. But this is not typical. This is not typical here. Ah, you mean I can use it without the equal, right? So I have also the case with the equal, like this is also working. I got it. So if I have a 2, 2 or something, 11, 11, it's the same thing then. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Make absolutely sense. Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, it's looking really good so far, right? Okay, and what was the problem before with the else and if statement? Why we got this arrow? We should not got the arrow before, right? Here it is the same. We could use it also for here, right? So it's the same thing. So I could just say then do else. Here also. Okay, what was the problem before? With this if. Why I got the arrow? Does it work now? Yeah, it worked. 2, 3, 5, 4, 11, 11, 15, 20. Everything is working. Here we could do also else, right? No, we could. We not. No. For this case, it would not work. Okay. But there was also a problem with if and else if, but it's fixed now. I mean, it's fine. Holy moly, this topic, man. But I learned a lot. That's cool. So I think that's enough for today, right? Let's bring it to the end. I'm gonna post this code on my Discord. And then we could have like a further discussion. Maybe later. Let me see quick. I'm gonna save the code. Yeah, but I should redo it, right? I mean, I understand how it's working. You know, I can use it. But to visualize it, sometimes it's hard, right? So we're gonna save this quick on You can check out other implementation. They do indices manipulation, which is harder to grasp. Are you just still using then recursion? Your implementation is very inefficient, but easier to understand. So maybe I should do then the other implementation then also, right? So we can do the other implementation the next time. But for exam, that should be enough, right? My implementation. I mean, it is, by definition, it is merge sort. It's very inefficient. Yeah, next time we're doing the other method then for the merge sort. So thanks a lot for watching my stream today. Thanks a lot for the help, and I wish you a nice evening. And yeah, see you probably tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow I want to do some sport probably. If not, I will be there. See you then.